inject a greater degree of rationality in corporate investment decision making. The reduction in the tax rate from 50% 40% is also highly welcome. While the stock market may not like this package in the short run, in the long run it will benefit because of the salutary effect on corporate performance.
Thank you, Mr. Prasanna Chandra. We have another graph ready that's on the plan outlay, and these are the figures. 8990, the budget estimates are 27,814 crores. The revised estimates 8990 are 28,476 crores, and in 1991 the budget estimates are 30,192 in nominal terms and 28,291 crores in real terms. That is at 8990 prices, allowing for a inflation of say about 7%. I think this is the calculation. Perhaps, Nitin, you could react both to Jayasree's earlier point and to this. Yes, certainly.
Firstly, this one I think is the figure on the budget, on the plan outlay in the budget. It does not include the plan outlay financed from internal resources, etc.
That's right. That's right.
Which is quite substantial.
Quite, yes.
At the moment in the central
budgetary support.
sector.
Yeah, but we had actually explained that in our capsule on what is the budget. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
So this is. I just wanted to clarify that. So the increase, if you include that, would be much more substantial. As far as Jeffrey's proposition as to, I mean, are these figures reliable? I would say that if you look at it component-wise, you will find that we have not tried to understate expenditures or any such thing. The revenue calculations are also perfectly justifiable, and where you see some sort of low growth in expenditure, there are policies in place to contain those expenditure items. Basically, this is a budget which is oriented towards economic stability, and within that is trying to make a beginnings of a shift towards employment orientation. There are of course many other things that it is trying to do: balance of payments management as far as exports are concerned, containment of certain types of consumption, industrial modernization. The theme through a lot of the tax changes is simplification and rationalization. Make things simple.
Right. Thanks, Nitin. We have another graph here on. Perhaps Nitin, you could come back on this. This is on non-plan outlays, and the figures here are quite different. The 15,808 crores for 8990 budget estimates, 16,333 revised, and in 1991 the estimates are 18,119. Could have perhaps been smaller, wouldn't you think? Pretty big increase for non-plan expenditure.
Certainly. Well, take for instance something like debt relief. That's a non-plan outlay. That will be included in this 18,119 crore figure. So you have to make a lot of corrections for comparability, and there was no provision for debt relief last year. Then there are certain other things which arise because the 9th Finance Commission's award. This is the first year of the full award, and some adjustments because it's a larger outflow from the center to the states.
Right. Another caption on defense. This is the defense, and the budget estimate in 8990 here 13,000 crore rupees. Revised estimates 14,500 crore rupees. And 1991, 15,750 crore rupees in nominal terms. Nitin, the point again is, how come with all these increases, the deficit has come down? This seems to again be
revenues are going up, but the defense increases. There are understandable reasons for this, as to why this increase would be there. But I would say what you really need to look at is the total picture on expenditure, including on non-plan expenditure other than defense, debt interest, etc. That's where the containment of expenditure is taking place.
Are we making rather strong assumptions?
I'll give you one example. As far why don't you, if you see the like provisions for DA, etc.
No, are we making any strong assumptions on the buoyancy of revenues in this whole business?
No, normally, as you know, our Indian budgets have always been a little conservative on projection of revenues, and very rarely would you get a case of the budget revenue estimates not being reached. There may be marginal shortfalls here or there, but it's not normally very common for budget revenue estimates not to be reached.
I'm afraid we should now be trying to close this part of the act in any case, but before that, perhaps Jayatith and Mr. Pensy could come in quickly, and then I'm afraid the news studio is ready for the news, and we might have to hand over to them. Yes, Jayatith.
I think overall it's a very good budget. It's much better than most of us expected, given the pretty crisis-ridden situation that the economy in general is. And the move towards rationalization of stuff and simplification of stuff must be welcomed. Given the tough situation given to the finance minister, I think he's come out with flying colors.
Mr. Pensy?
Yes, I think on the whole, I would be inclined to agree that the budget should be welcomed. But as you yourself said, I'm not quite clear about this arithmetic, and I would like to make sure that there is nothing in fine print, as I've always been saying, particularly about the deficit figures for the next year. The sharp reduction in deficit is welcome, but how it has come about, one likes to see.
Right. Thank you. I'm sure there are many more questions that need to be answered or explored at least in depth, which we will do as soon as the news bulletins are over. We'll be back with you hopefully after that, and we also hope to get a live or a recorded interview with the finance minister. Later on tonight, we also have an in-depth budget analysis. That's at 9:50, but we should be back with you before that. So watch out for us after the news. Until then.